No more, it is Joinen, and WikiHow, the website that is solely committed to making the most unhinged how-to tutorials, has a new feature: quizzes. From what I can tell, these quizzes tend to tell you a lot about yourself. What kind of Powerpuff Girl are you? Does she like you? Today we're gonna play 11 of these quizzes, but before I start each one, chat is gonna vote on what they think the outcome will be. How well does chat know me? I will, of course, answer every question completely truthful. If chat guesses the majority of the outcome of these quizzes right, I will stream 2 hours of any game that you, the viewers, choose in a poll linked in the description below in this video. I will stream that and I will turn it into a video for this channel. If chat gets the majority wrong, however, every one of you needs to like this video and leave a comment down below about your most embarrassing memory. Let's begin. Which Kardashian am I? All right, the people do seem to think I'm a Chloe. Pick a dream vacation home: a remote cabin in the mountains, an Italian villa right by the beach, a studio apartment in the middle of the city, suburban mansion with pool and tennis. I feel like the cabin in the mountains seems kind of cool. It also depends which city. Like if I'm going to like Tokyo, I'll go to the apartment, but mountains sounds kind of nice. Italian villa by the beach? Actually, you know what? I'm going with that. I'm not going to suburbia for a vacation. Choose an iconic. Keeping up with that Kardashians quote. You're doing amazing, sweetie. If you're not into what I'm posting, don't look. Thank God I have no friends. Don't judge someone's attitude until you felt their pain. And that one's very 14 and deep. I like this one. If you're not into what I'm posting, don't look. Which design item would you most want to show off? I'm going for my Louis Vuitton heels. Yeah, I'm showing those off. How would your friends describe you in one word? Loyal, fun, attentive, organized. I think I'm fairly loyal, but I would like to think that I'm a bit of fun. I mean, I don't know, I hope so. It'd be nice if that's what they thought. So, okay, what's the most important when it comes to love? I'm gonna say building a family, but not in like the kids way. You know what I'm saying? Cats? Yeah, my cats. That counts. You're building your little unit together, and there's probably cats involved. Choose a perfume or cologne. So I've been looking into what scents I actually like and like what the core scent is in it, and I found that a lot of them that I like have pineapple in it, but also citrus. So I don't know, but I guess pineapple is kind of tropical. Pick a fancy car. I'm going Porsche all day long. Which one of these colors is your absolute favorite? What is your favorite color is my least favorite question. So I'm gonna say I'm not sure. What's your zodiac sign? I wish I could tell you. Chat, I was born in March. Can someone tell me? Early or late? Early March. Pisces. Here we go. Which reality TV show would you be most likely to win? I think it'd be fun to go on Survivor, but I reckon I could pull off a Big Brother win. I don't think that means anything. I think that's like an insult, because like, what are your skills? No, but like realistically, if I'm most likely to win one of these, it's gonna be the one where you don't actually need skills. Which one of these is your dream job? Acting. I'll go Kim. I'm a Kim. Loyal and empathetic. You're just like Kim, the undisputed queen of the Kardashian-Jenner family. You guys got it wrong. For the record, I would have guessed Kim. But that's not the point. The point is which one you would guess. You guys are saying no, you're disagreeing, but hey, WikiHow knows all. Next up we have, does she like me? We're gonna be talking about my fiance. I hope so, but we're gonna find out. I mean, I have my guess, but you never know. WikiHow knows all. We don't need to let that run out. I'm pretty sure you guys have voted yes here. You guys think that my fiance probably does like me. How do her friends treat you? I feel like most of her friends are my friends. They told me she likes me. I wonder if they've specifically told me that. I don't feel like they feel the need to say that. They've mentioned her in conversation. They certainly do. They do mention her in conversation. She comes up. You just walked into the same room as your crush. What's she doing? She noticed me and started blushing. That doesn't happen very often. She looked at me immediately, but then quickly looked away. Oh, I guess it depends. She smiled and waved. She didn't notice when I walked in. I don't know. Wait, let me test. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, what were the options? Because she said hello and then said, what are you doing? What the hell? She didn't notice. I would say it might be most like this, because then she just got back to what she was doing. So I think it was this one. How does she usually greet you? I would say she often gives me a smile and a hug. You just flirted with a different person. In front of her. How does she react? Let's see. If we're gonna round up to one of these, like round down, I think she would look a bit annoyed. How does she act during your conversations? She's enthusiastic and asks tons of questions. It depends on the conversation. It's like any one of these three, depending on the conversation. She's actually fairly enthusiastic. I reckon we have good conversations. Is she supportive of you? Yes, she's my #1 fan. That's true. I don't need to read the others. It's very wholesome. Do you ever catch her staring at you? Constantly. I think she stares at me a normal amount. I would say a normal amount, like whatever that is. Like it's not abnormal. There's no like, there's not an abnormal amount of staring. Does she laugh at your jokes? She laughs, but I'm really funny, so that checks out. Absolutely. Has she ever told you that she's single? She's never told me whether or not she's single. Yeah. Well, she's not, so that's the closest that we get. Which compliment can you imagine her giving you? I think I probably would get this one because it's, you know, this is where I need my most validation. What are your text conversations like? Jeez, I mean, we barely text. We text a little, but sometimes she forgets. Yeah, okay, that one. All right, let's see. No, I don't need an ad, and I don't need whatever reward that I'm gonna lose. What would the reward even be? Oh, yes. Wow, this is exciting. It really seems like she's into you. All right, sweet. That's good, not just for your sake, chat, but also for mine. You have 1 out of 2 so far. The Powerpuff Girls, there's Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles. I assume it's only gonna do it out of the actual Powerpuff Girls. It's not gonna be like Mojo Jojo or something like that. But it doesn't matter because everyone's the same bubbles. What kind of superpower do you want to have? I'd want to fly. That way I'd be free to go anywhere. I mean, it would be fun. I'd want to have healing powers and help anyone. Jeez, you like... That's harsh, man. I'd want to have telekinesis. I mean, that'd be sick. I'd want super strength. I would want to fly or have telekinesis, but then you said you'd have healing powers. And it's like, what kind of horrible person am I if I'm presented with these choices and I can just heal people? Like family members, like anything. Like I could just heal people. And then I'm like, no, I want to fly. Guilt tripping. They're guilt tripping me here. I feel like I'm not allowed to say the other ones. All right, listen. I'm going to go with telekinesis because we're talking about personality here. If I was presented with this option, let the record show I'd be going for healing powers so that I can heal the people around me just because they're giving me those options. But we're not metagaming it. I'm just saying telekinesis because I kind of feel like I could use telekinesis on myself to make me fly anyway. Which activity would you like to do right now? Tricky jigsaw puzzle, go swimming and play fun water games like Marco Polo. Right now, I mean, the weather... Right, but I guess if the weather was nice, I'd like to go swimming. I just suck at swimming, but it is fun. What's your favorite snack? Man, I love pudding, but crackers and cheese is gonna win for me. Who's your favorite Powerpuff Girl? I wish I knew a little bit more about the Powerpuff Girls. So I'm just gonna say I really like more than one of them. This is gonna be a very boring answer for me, but I'm gonna pick a math. What could make you cry? Feeling overwhelmed and stressed? Sure. That's probably the thing that has made me cry most. Pick a dessert. I really like cookies and I like ice cream, but I eat ice cream more than I eat cookies. What would you say the main color in your wardrobe is? Well, it's black, but I'm trying to change that. Let's say pink. Lemon cotton merch. Oh, we're done. Okay, let's find out. Blossom. I forgot. Is that the one that you guys said? Or did you guys say Bubbles? But that's Bubbles? Wait, hold on. Now I'm so confused. Blossom is the red one, and it's showing me the blue one. No. Okay, I know what's going on here. The photo isn't of the result. I think the photo is just of the quiz. That was the same photo that was the quiz photo. So they're just showing the quiz photo. Blossom is smart, confident, put together leader, which means you likely are too. Among your friends, you're probably the mom friend. Did you guys say Bubbles? I feel like you guys said Bubbles. You're not Blossom? That's not the point. WikiHow has spoken. You guys are 1 out of 3. Mummy Joinen. I love the way he says bubbles. What do you mean? How else do you say bubbles? Am I a furry? Fully fledged furry? A dabbler? Just a fan? No. All right. We seem to be landing on a dabbler. What does it mean? What does it mean to dabble? It means like, I don't know another word for dabble. It just means you... Like a little bit, like sure, you give it a go sometimes. How do you feel when you see an animal with human-like traits? Hold on, I'm gonna need a little bit of context here. You mean like in real life? Like if I saw an actual animal with human-like traits, like a monkey? That's kind of exciting. I'm taking this face value. I would say like closest is like a monkey, like you'd like, hey, they're like weirdly human. It's kind of exciting. Intrigued, I'll say intrigued. It's the very least intriguing. Do you ever feel like An animal trapped in a human body. I actually feel pretty human. Would you be interested in going to furry conventions? Maybe, I guess. Yes, I've never been to one. Yes, I already go to several cons. No, I didn't know they existed. Well, I did know they existed, so that means I have to go for one of these. Who are taking these tests? I guess that's true. Like, you've just been sitting on this. Like, you're really unsure if you're a furry or not. Maybe. Let's say maybe. Like, there's a situation. Do you belong to any online furry communities? Yeah, I don't. Do you have a fursona? No, it's not for me, but the idea is neat. What do you think about fursuits? They're pretty cool. I'm thinking of getting one. I guess you're fine. As Halloween costumes. Yeah, psych. I respect that, but I probably wouldn't wear one. I love them. I wear my fursuit every chance I get. I respect the craft. Absolutely, I respect the craft. Probably wouldn't wear one. Do you watch cartoons, shows, or movies with animals in them? What? Of course, they're pretty much all I watch. Sometimes, but I usually don't seek them out. Yes, I watch a lot, but I like other stuff too. I'm not avoiding shows that have animals in them. I'm certainly not seeking them out. It doesn't bother me either way if a show has an animal in it. In fact, I can't even tell you whether the shows that I watch have animals in them. I don't seek them out. I think that's my honest answer. Have you ever spent time looking at furry art? Nope, never. Nope, never. I don't even know what it is. Yes, tons. I even have a few pieces on my wall. I've seen some furry art, but I wasn't searching for it. Who wouldn't at least be this one? Like, who hasn't been on the internet and seen, yeah, I've seen some furry art, but I wasn't searching for it. Absolutely. Have you ever roleplayed as a furry online or in person?
Thanks to my subs, my secret's out. They sniffed the lies, despite their lack of snout. My vision is in black and white and kind of blurry, 'cause I'm a furry.
Do you feel spiritually connected to a specific animal or creature? I feel a strong connection. I like animals well enough. My feelings aren't that deep. Yeah, they're not spiritual. Do you have any friends in the furry fandom? No. How do you feel when someone says they're a furry? I'm interested, but I personally can't relate. Isn't this the same thing? I feel like one is just like, but then you ask a question. When someone says they're a furry, I'm interested. I'm interested, but I can't relate. Yeah, you don't seem like a furry to us, but you think they're neat. Oh gosh. The concept of furries is pretty cool to you, but being an actual furry may not be your jam.
Oh, I'm a furry.
What were the options that we wrote down? Okay, one of them was just a fan. I know you guys are gonna argue for a dabbler. I don't think that counts as dabbling. Okay, one of the options was just a fan, and also one of the options was no. And even if you combine both of those together, the people that voted both just a fan and no, that's still lower than dabbling. No, you're right. I hate to say it. I think you don't seem like a furry to us, but you think they're neat. Out of the options we gave, just a fan definitely fits that vibe more than a dabbler. So, sorry, chat, I ain't giving it to you. Am I in love? Aw. I'm gonna encourage you guys to not answer the question, but instead think about what the quiz will end up saying. I'm not saying it's gonna be no. I'm just saying, I'm not asking you the question. We're trying to see what the quiz is gonna end up saying. The quiz might, be asking questions like, is she the only thing you ever think about? And it's gonna be like, well, no, I think about other things. But it just doesn't matter. You guys are sold on yes? Yeah, it's gonna ask me if I blush. Your love interest walks in the room. How are you feeling? You see where I'm going with this? Whoa, did I just get hit with a ton of bricks? I've got some butterflies, but I'll keep my cool. I feel fine. Maybe a little nervous. Oh, did they? Didn't notice. I'm sorry, guys. I don't get hit by a ton of bricks. I don't get butterfly. We live in the same house. I don't get nervous either. If anything, I probably didn't notice. You were too quick to just answer the question and not try play the game. You need to think back to when you're younger? I'm not answering for younger me. I'm answering for me right now. How often does this person cross your mind? Constantly. It's been hard to focus on anything else. When I have a free moment, I totally dream of them. I guess I think of them sometimes, yeah. Yeah, I guess I think of them sometimes, sure. How have you been feeling lately? All over the place. I guess my emotions have felt a little up and down. I've been feeling good. I've been feeling normal. Nothing new to report. I guess my emotions have been a little bit up and down recently. A friend brings up your love interest's flaws. What's your reaction? I'm aware of their flaws, but I accept them for they are. You two disagree on Billie Eilish's best track. Do you let it go, or do you drive your point home? I'm really not so invested, so I'll let him have it. Sure. You and your love interest are stuck in a remote cabin with no entertainment for a whole week. What are you thinking? Oh, I might get a little bored, but I'm still excited. Yeah. What's your love interest's best feature? Come on, I couldn't possibly pick just one. Have you ever felt like this before? There's no good way for me to answer this. I've been with her for like 11 years, and I wouldn't say that I've felt like that with anyone else. So I guess I'll just have to say no, even though that's not whatever. Your love interest asks you to take the next step, whether that's a first date, moving in, or getting married. What do you say? Well, yeah, I mean, I already asked, so yeah, sure. Let's plan the wedding. How well do you two know each other? So well, I don't like the back of my hand. Yeah, I do know her very well. Does the person feel like home to you? Yeah, I would say that's a perfect description. Imagine this. Your love interest ghosts you and moves away without warning. What's your reaction? Oh my gosh. I would be totally devastated. I would be. I mean, that's like, turn my life upside down. Describe your feelings with a single color. Oh. Coral. You catch your love interest making the moves on someone else. Making the moves? I would feel pretty awful if she was making the moves on someone else. Yeah. All right, let's see. Did you guys get it? Head over heels. You guys actually got it. There's no denying it. Hook, line, sinker. You, my friend, are in love. You guys got it right. Chat is on 3 right, 3 wrong. First 6. What's next? Am I manipulative? I don't know in what context. You guys are voting for no. You're at a friend's house and have a disagreement with your partner. Hey, you let it go and try to enjoy the evening. What's most important to you? I guess it's being authentic more than, I suppose, right? I don't know. How do you feel about bending the truth? Again, it just really depends on the situation. But I think you're talking about like real situations, like things that really matter. I think honesty is probably the best policy. Are you good at sensing and understanding other people's emotions? I think it's probably pretty obvious, right? Sure. You forgot your mom's birthday. I am quite forgetful. I'd probably call and apologize. Your friend calls to cancel your plans because they're sick. Wait for them to come clean, trick them into confessing in front of everyone, check their social media for evidence, confront them about it. What the heck? Why is every single one of these not just let them not come? What? Maybe just leave them alone. Does it really matter? Why are these my options? I suppose the least active one is just wait for them to come clean. I think that's the closest I've got to just leaving it. Do you ever play the victim to get what you want? Sometimes, no. Yes, making others feel bad for me is my specialty. This is like the Dhar Man of quizzes. The people that it's actually aimed at aren't gonna know because they're not gonna answer that. I don't think so. I don't know. Doubt it. A team project at school or work went wrong. What do you do? I would blame my teammates, but not to them. I'd go home and I would tell my fiance all about it and I'd blame her. I'd move on. You keep your promises. I really, really try to keep my promises. I mean, how can you say always? Like, sometimes things happen. I say I try my best to. I really do try my best to keep my promises. If a relative insulted you at a holiday gathering, how would you handle it? I would just go hang out with someone else. How do you approach conflict? I explain where I'm coming from. It's very unlikely that you are manipulative. This is good news. I'll give you that, guys. I'll give it to you. All right. We all want to know, do I have Riz? We gotta know, does Joinen have Riz? I had to Google it, I think I'm old. The easy explanation is Riz is kind of like short for charisma. I don't know if it actually is, but it's a very good explanation. It probably is short for charisma. You can riz someone. Riz is like game. Yeah. I don't think Joinen is that charming in person. Despite that, we tend to slightly lean towards yes. So let's find out. What do you absolutely need to have Riz? Confidence? It's gotta be confidence. Someone cute catches your eye, what do you do? Okay, the thing is, none of these options can be me right now. So I'm gonna pretend that catching someone's eye is on the cards, all right? Otherwise, there's no answer for me. I don't even know how I would... You know what? I'd introduce myself. That feels like the most authentic one here, where it's like, out of these options, in any situation, just saying hi and introducing myself, that feels right. What's your personal style? I don't know. It just feels bad to say stylish, but not too elaborate. But if I'm going out, I'll put on a nice jacket. So like, when was the last time you tried to flirt with someone? Just yes. Oh no. Does it count as flirting if you're in a relationship with the person? All right, it counts. All right, then pretty recently. How skilled do you think you are at chatting people up? I'm used to being chatted up, not the other way around. I'm terrible at it. I'm an expert. I'm pretty good. I don't know how to answer this. You know what? I reckon there's a level of platonic riz. I reckon you even need riz to like make friends. I reckon there's still a level of riz required, even if it's completely a platonic situation. About flirting with the homies. That's what I'm saying. I'm not terrible. I'm all right. Is scoring a date a big priority for you? I don't. Like if I'm answering truthfully right now, I don't have to try because I've already scored my date. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about big, super energetic parties? I usually enjoy them even if I get exhausted afterwards. That's my feelings on it. What's your vibe when... I would say I have an air of assurance and positivity, I suppose. What's your go-to conversation topic when you don't know someone very well? I think travel's an easy one. What would you do if your crush only saw you as a friend? Oh. How would you get someone's attention if they don't know you exist? I'd say hi. You just say hi. Do we got the riz? Hey, you have some riz. Sometimes your riz is on fire, and other times not so much. But that's perfectly okay. Even if you don't ooze charisma 100% of the time, that's probably fair. Isn't that the answer that most people would want? Okay, cool. You guys got that then. 5. That means you guys are 1 away from winning. Which Sanrio character am I? Pom Pom Pudding. That was on the list. You got 11%. I'm saying you guys didn't get that one because that wasn't even in the top 3 anyway. What is my aesthetic? E-girl, Y2K, cottagecore, or dark academia? Ooh, it's toit. Finish poll. Cottagecore comes through in front. You guys think I'm a bit of a cottagecore gal? Let's find out. How would people describe you? An old soul? Ugh. You guys would probably call me bubbly. I don't know if I had to guess. Maybe. Who knows? What song has to be on your playlist? Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. Not really. I wouldn't. Okay, whatever. If you were to make a TV show, what would it be about? A time travel piece about friendship. That sounds fun. It's midnight and your friends want you to come out. I'd probably be asleep. Yeah. What would you do if you knew nobody would judge you? I'll go with the rural cabin and spend my days harvesting vegetables though. Like in theory. Sounds nice in theory. You probably wouldn't. They're saying because you'd get judged. I'm saying I wouldn't because I probably wouldn't. But out of all of these, that one seems like just like a nice like idea. What's most important to you? Bitch, my family. Who is your favorite superhero? I think the Iron Man movies were cool. They were fun. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I'll choose you out of those ones. What is your most vivid childhood memory? Do I have to actually have this memory, or is it like playing in the backyard? What type of routine do you follow on a daily basis? But I guess we're saying like if you could choose, go for a run or something and then hang out with friends. That sounds fun. That sounds nice. What's your go-to party attire? You know what? Give me some frills. I suppose. What drink would you order at a cafe? Out of these options, I'll go for a matcha latte. It's movie night. What film are you watching with your pals? I watch Spirited Away. Love Spirited Away. What poster are you hanging up in your room? I like the idea of a poster with an array of herbs. That sounds cool, like something I would actually put on my wall. Pick a film character. I'm gonna go... I swear it's gonna give me some like Japanese... Oh, is it gonna be E-girl? Cottagecore. You got it? You enjoy the simple things in life and you find beauty in the quiet moment. You guys actually got it right. There we go. Chat got it right. First to 6. Here's how this is going to work. There's a link down in the description below. Click on that. Vote on what video game you want me to play for 2 hours. I will play that and turn it into a video that will come out on this very channel.